Yate Loluma, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, I am Hopi living in the city. If you're not, welcome back. And today I will be changing the rear brakes on a 2016 Ford Escape. So I hope everyone's doing well. Had a great weekend so far, enjoying the 3-day weekend. So what I'll be using for this are an impact wrench, 19 mil socket, floor jack, jack stands, breaker bar, goggles, gloves, brake pads, brake lubricant, and some handy dandy brake cleaner. So let me get started. First thing I'll do is break the tension here on these. Try to keep my hands clean today. It's been a while since I did a video, so I have a lot of stuff that I've saved up, but I just haven't edited, and so that's why I haven't had much content lately. So I like to put my feet down here just to catch the wheel. The front rotors and pads we had replaced at Danny's transmission service here in Chandler. It's a very good place if you ever need transmission work. Don't have a caliper to measure the thickness, but we have here two covers. Looks like we have some covers on here to hold or to protect the screws or bolts. There we go, got one off. Number two. They're just little plastic caps that go in there and protect the components. Oh, look at this. My son was saying he had to put air in his tire the other day. See that right there? That explains why. Looks like a T45. Okay, those aren't too tight. I have to make sure and torque those down. Okay, I just use a little screwdriver to kind of push that out carefully. Okay, so what I did was I removed this here, this pin that was kind of locking the caliper to the hardware, and then after that I was able to remove the caliper and the brake pads. So the brake pads, the one with the little metal piece here goes on the inside, and the one without goes on the outside. So it looks like I'm gonna have to compress the caliper. I am going to pick up a tool to continue the job. I thought I had the tools I needed, but I don't have I thought I had a large C-clamp, but I have a smaller one, but that won't compress the brake caliper. So I thought about going to O'Reilly's or AutoZone to rent one of the tools I needed. Man, that would be good right there, but that's 45 bucks. Okay, I'm back. I got this tool here. It's for pushing in the caliper, and I'll put a link for this below and also on the LeMansBrigade.com website. I did take a look at some other ones. They were more expensive, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this again. I'm going to take this off, and this goes in here. So I need to make this closer together. There we go. So you can see it here, it's going to push down on this. I did loosen the reservoir. So this is, I kind of wish it had a bigger handle here so I could use that as for some leverage. But this is better than nothing. So what I'll do is I'll push this in slowly.
Don't you have to be stupid somewhere else?
Not until 4.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Do it again! I wasn't looking!
So I hope I got it closed enough, or I have the caliper pushed back far enough, but I'm not 100% sure. And I don't want to release it yet. But what I'm doing is I got a couple different sockets here. And I'm kind of just using them like this to turn it. So I think I'm gonna try that. I think I might have it far enough back. But before I do that, I want to make sure and spray the back off here. And then after that, I'll put the grease on there, the lubricant. I'm going to use this here. So I'm going to put this on here to keep it from squealing. A little on the back side. And so this pin here goes on the back of this rotor, like so. And then the next one here, I'll show you these real quick. So here's the Ford OEM, and you can see it wasn't horrible, but it was squeaking, and so we just wanted to make sure we took care of it before it got too bad, because we didn't know how bad it was, because we don't want to have it damage the rotors. Put this back here. And then so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and release this. There we go. Now let's see if that's ready. Put this baby in here. Like so. So I was on my way home from the parts store, and I saw this person or this vehicle on the side of the freeway, pretty much where I was at a couple weeks ago when the battery on the D21 died and the alternator was not good. So it's like, man, I gotta come over here. So I stopped, and this guy needs a jack. So I went home and got my floor jack. Welcome back. It is day 2 of the rear brake change. It's a nice cool morning. I had some breakfast and now I am ready to try this out. So last night, as you can see in that little snippet I have, there were Well, I went to go get this tool because apparently what I was doing isn't correct. So I went to get this. And what this does is you put it into the piston on the caliper and you twist it so that it can push the caliper or the piston back. That way you get more room to put on your brake pads. So I went to get this and I was on my way home and I hopped on the freeway, and then I saw this vehicle on the side of the road where I was stranded myself the other day. And so I decided to stop, and it was this younger guy. He had blown out his rear driver tire and he didn't have the tools to fix it. So he had all he had was his lock for his so this goes in here, his lock for his wheel, or I guess his wheel key, and so this has multiple configurations. And so what I did was I came back and I got my floor jack, because he said he just didn't have a jack. So it's like, okay, let me go get a jack. You know, floor jack's gonna be quicker anyway compared to the standard issue vehicle jacks that you have to twist by hand. And so I went back, I came back, I got my jack, and I got my impact wrench and some impact sockets. So I get back and I find out that he doesn't have anything really. He said he didn't have anything, and his battery had lost its juice. So he had also had a friend that was on his way to help him, coming from Tonopah, I believe. And so what we did was we tried our best to get as much as we could done. And he eventually his friend came, and his friend had the jack that he needed. Oh no, he had the what did he have? He had a breaker bar and jumper cables. I had jumper cables too, but I didn't break him out because it was right on the side of the road, and it was kind of in an awkward spot. It doesn't look like these are in the right they don't have the right distance. I think these are too wide apart. These here, these little things, they're supposed to go into these little grooves in here, and the diameter for these are much smaller than the diameter here. So if this was in a little bit further, it would fit, and I don't see any that are close. So we ended up getting his tire replaced, put on his donut, and got the vehicle started. And then I just left at that point because they still had, I think they still had to go to, I think Tonopah or something. That's where they had to go back to. But yeah, that's what happened yesterday on my way to get this tool. I thought this tool would work. So, and the other ones, other tools, I guess you could, well, you could rent a set, and I might have to do that, because if you rent the set, it has different sizes of plates you can put on here, and I'm guessing it has more of these, but a different widths in here. So I'm gonna have to take this back. Fortunately, this would be the second tool I've tried. You know, really I should just get the whole set. So I've tried this one so far. This one. And this one. And no luck. So these were about $20-something total. And to rent that kit, it's $50, and then you just get your money back. You can buy the kit at Harbor Freight for, I think, $45. But seems like that's a good investment, because right now I've already run to the parts store twice and I haven't gotten it changed. And when I was looking up the service coupons for dealers around here, I think Bell Ford has a coupon for $99 per axle for the brake pads to be changed out. So I think maybe that's another option. You know, just have somebody knock it out for you. So right now with all the parts, I think the brake pads were around $20 plus the other parts here. So I'm around $45 plus the brake cleaner. That's about those 2 bottles for $8. About $50 into it right now, and labor and time. So it's probably better just to use the coupon at a dealer where they'll honor that coupon and get it fixed and be done with it. The rotor doesn't look too bad, but at the same time I don't have a the tool to measure the thickness, nor do I have the specs on me. I'm sure it's in the book. So I don't know, guys, what do you think? Remember, this one isn't the one that you just compress with a clamp. Hence this one being stripped out. And I suppose I could look for, or try to make something with those 2 prongs that'll stick in there, and then just somehow compress it. But at the same time, I don't want to strip those prongs, those little holes out, and end up having to replace the whole assembly here. So comment below, what would you do? It's Monday, it's a holiday, the boys don't have school, the missus is on her fall break, I start work tomorrow. So what to do now? I don't know what everybody's doing today, but I hope you're having fun. I had oatmeal earlier, and I was watching a show on food and travel in Istanbul, and they had some really tasty looking dishes. They had one dish, it's the name's at the tip of my tongue, but it looks like a chi on steroids. And
Rodi. Okay? Yeah, okay. Rodi.
Oturma gel.
Welcome. Evet, 2 yarım bir çeyrek.
So we found the kokoreç stall, and what kokoreç is a traditional Turkish dish consisting of lots of different parts of the lamb.
And then some other pastries. So that's what I was watching just now. And so now I'm trying to think about what I'm going to do. If I should take these tools back and see if they'll give me a refund. If I should put this back together like I did earlier and just take it to the dealer. Or do I go get the tool set and just get it done, because I can always save the tool set for later. What would you do? Yeah, I hope those guys made it home safely last night. They were probably in their early, well, probably mid to late 20s. And so when all was said and done, the guy was trying to, he eventually found his star wrench. It was under his baby's stroller and it was brand new. So we were giving him some heat for that, because we were teasing him, saying maybe he just didn't want to change it and he was waiting for his buddy to come over and help him. And so that he found his jack, his tire wrench eventually, but we didn't check to see if he did have a tire jack. Tire jack. I have an extra one here for a Volvo that I could have given him, just so he's not stranded. And so he was trying to give me some cash just for helping him, and I said, that's fine. I just live up the road. Just wanted to make sure you're okay. And coming back around, I was thinking I need to double check my boys' vehicles, because my oldest, he has I think it's a 1.5 or 2 ton floor jack that he keeps in his ride. They both have tool bags. They have the jackets for traffic, but I need to get him some of those little what are they called? Those little stands that you put on the side of the road that are reflective, so in case vehicles are coming, they can see you from a distance, and then know that you're there working on your vehicle. I need to get them some better flashlights and maybe a bigger light that they can just stand up and it'll shine if they're trying to change their wheels or their tires or something. I was thinking also about getting them some what are they called? Just like a little, I know they both need jumper cables. Or I was also thinking about, you remember those little jumper packs that you just charge up and keep in your vehicle? That way, if you're in a certain area and it's kind of dangerous or difficult to get another vehicle around to jump you, you can just put that jack on there or that jumper pack and then start it up. I was thinking about that. They both have socket sets that they have in their vehicles. They have a little tool bag with some basic screwdrivers and pliers. I need to put some zip ties in there for them, different sizes. And they both, while the oldest has a safe first aid kit, I need to get one for Joel's truck. And I don't know what else. What else do you think would be good to have in your children's vehicles so that they're safe, and if they're ever down on the side of the road, they can have reflectors out and they can have their reflective jackets. I know gloves would be good, flashlight. Those flares seem pretty good, but I don't know if they're safe to have in your vehicle in this hot weather. Let's see, other than that, just let me know what you're up to today. All right, I'm going at